Hello and welcome back to the ROG DreamLeague Season 8. We can't wait to get the second series on the road.
Right.
And guess what? Neither could the team, so they already started the draft because why not? Go, bye guys.
Wow.
So we're going to go straight into our second series, which is EG versus DC. They're playing to decide who's going to the upper bracket finals tomorrow and who's going to be playing in the lower bracket round 1 later today. And here we go. Grant is already in the war room and the draft is here. We have an Earth Spirit ban, an Isle ban, a Night Stalker ban, and a Winter Wyvern ban.
You know, we did not see an Earth Spirit at all that last series. Very disappointing.
We didn't see a ban though. I think, did we?
Wait, what? The IO? What did you say?
Earth Spirit?
Earth Spirit. No, it wasn't banned or picked, I don't believe.
Oh.
EG's turn to ban.
No, now this game, you know, EG versus DC, you know, I'm pretty split, you know, I'm not rooting one way or the other, so I think it'll be a pretty nice matchup here, you know what I'm saying, guys?
It should be a nice matchup.
Now, you know, EG, of course, you know, they've been in the scene for a while. Really great guys, all of them. Some of the best players in the world easily. Now, DC, they're okay.
5 seconds.
That's it.
Remaining.
I think we have a biased person.
Nah, not me.
No.
Nah, I would never do that. I love
Not
DC.
evil geniuses, Grant.
I mean, not even, I mean, Bulba used to be on EG. You can't blame him, you know. EG just brings the best together. That's why Bulba. No, I'm just kidding. I miss Bulba. Is that a Naga first pick by EG?
It is.
It is by evil
Gracious.
geniuses, yes.
So some support Naga.
Yeah, by the way, though, I mean,
Oh, whoops.
bias aside, EG is coming out as the stronger team here against Digital Chaos on paper for sure.
10
Am I
seconds
crazy?
remaining.
What? Yeah, probably, but what?
No, not you.
5 seconds.
I'm at the Naga.
EG's
Ooh.
turn.
So,
All right, Digital Chaos goes for Naga.
okay, so DC, and they're on Dire with the Naga. Well, I'm going to assume that's support in the safe lane, because it's that here. That's... I actually thought EG would pick Naga. Okay, well, Puck.
EG goes for Puck and Ogre.
This is year. This is actually what they used to do all the time.
And
Puck's still
Naga
strong.
Mirana combo. Dirty.
Oh, is my eyesight just gone lately? So
Well,
what?
you did say you needed new glass.
Yeah, Puck and who?
Puck and Ogre
Ogre.
Magi.
Okay, I can find Ogre at least.
5 seconds.
Toss him here in the safe lane. And then what else do we got? We got the Mirana. All right, I can find you.
Not gonna lie, I have no idea what's going on in this draft, so.
So, Mirana, where is Puck? P comes after O, right?
Yes.
All right.
H-I-J-K-L-M-N-O-P.
Puck. It's a dragon. Oh, come on, Grant.
You got him. You
Well,
good.
we're gonna. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be more universe right now. Definitely could be Sumail. I mean, it could be crit. We've seen crit Puck before, so definitely not out of the realm of possibilities. We'll toss Mirana middle for now.
When was Crit Puck?
They played it
missed that.
support in like 2 different games. It was a long time ago, but well, like 6 months.
EG's
They just did it like
turn to
randomly
ban.
2 games, and they won a game with it, and it was super confusing to me.
Huh.
Puck, I mean, Ogre's been getting first picked in Europe. It's just one of those heroes, you know, super good late game. Just
Yep.
Bloodlust. Bloodlust is never not good.
Yeah, and with all
True.
the dual lanes that are happening
10
right now,
seconds
Ogre is
remaining.
one of the kings.
Yeah, but
Never.
Naga's not bad either. The high armor as well as high
5
regen.
seconds remaining.
And Riptide. Riptide's one of those super good level 1 skills.
We're using Naga as support, right?
I am, at least for now.
DC's turn to
We
ban.
have a Lich Band there as well. Coming
So-
out from EG.
So if it is though, is that a Bulba or a Jimmy hero? Is that Demon? If it is support, because that's their 2 supports, right?
I feel like it's more of a Jimmy hero.
Feels like it. Who else
10
would play? It doesn't feel like a
seconds
Koikva hero or an MSS hero, and doesn't feel like a Mason. That hero,
5
it has to be
seconds
Demon. That's interesting.
I thought Demon was going to be playing the
EG's turn
active
to
4.
pick.
I mean, Naga. I mean, if you
She's
pick a
not
Naga,
that active though.
I mean, that's your 4. Like, she can't play like a super hard
DC's
5.
turn to
Rubik.
pick.
All right. Back to the old Rubik. There.
So it gives you lockdown against Mirana. You can get a steal of,
Put him in the river.
I don't know, there's
10 seconds remaining.
Wait,
it's like
did I-
nothing real special about either lineup so far. It just feels like comfort
5
zone,
seconds
right? Like the
remaining.
Puck Ogre for EG, Naga Siren Mirana combination.
and crit Rubik, right? That's
Yeah.
I mean, Crit was Jarek's before Jarek's was like, I mean, everyone used to say Crit's Earthsphere was the best, and then like he went to EG, right, kind of started playing a different role, and people just forgot like how good of a 4 he was.
To be honest, he also, I feel like he kind of tanked in the captain role as well. A little bit.
Crit recently carried the ever-living shit out of me in a pub with his Rubik. It was super impressive how good he was on the hero and using the offensive power of the aura.
Do you really think he did? Remember when didn't they win like the Manila Masters like a month before they went to TI?
Yeah.
And it was on the back of their draft. I wouldn't.
Oh no, I do think that he was a really good captain.
Okay, I thought you said he tanked.
No, he tanked his like he wasn't as flashy anymore on his
Oh,
on his
okay. I know
play.
what you're saying. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's a Skywrath. That's a what is happening? Skywrath Tiny. What the hell's going on here? Dire. Death.
Okay.
Whoa! Oh God! I gotta do this.
Got to ensnare with the Skywrath Mage ultimate and a silence against Puck. Not the
Wait, so
usual
that means
silence.
Marana is going safe lane, I guess. Puck.
Yeah, I mean, I think
remaining.
like Marana's more of a Mason hero anyway, right? It's very similar to like how we.
And what am I missing?
operate.
Tiny.
Yeah, Tiny.
Is that so it's gonna be a carry Tiny, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, with the Rubik and an Ogre.
I've seen some people trying out offlane Tiny.
You know what an old EG special
okay,
is?
but
What happened?
safe.
What?
EG
They win.
had played Ogre Magi offlane. They've done that in the past.
They have. They've done a lot of weird stuff.
Yep.
But they want to, most likely, they want
Yeah.
to leave their mid for
Yeah.
last pick, and that's just the simplest
What,
way to
like-
set this up.
What is Skywrath and Tiny? This is very different. Those were quick picks too. Like
Yep.
both teams definitely got what they wanted, or you don't just pick crazily like that. So Skywrath, the biggest things about him, right? Super good at like the best support at level 1 at harassing anyone out of lane, but can fall off super quickly. Like if you die a couple times and you don't get mana boots or soul ring, you fall off super fast.
Yeah, you're pretty easily picked off by any sort of kill-based heroes. Puck and Tiny both are going to be able to take you out of the game pretty well. But I mean, whatever. It's a hard fight position.
Yeah.
It's always going to be your life as long as you win the laning phase for your Marana, I guess, or no, more likely your mid, right?
Yeah.
I'm guessing we're gonna see like the first 3. They're all gonna go to the top or to the bottom lane. They're gonna go aggressive.
Nagamurana, yeah.
Nagamurana, Skywrath, put Death Prophet mid, and put something else safe.
Yeah, I can see that. Or like Caps. I mean, remember the thing before they nerfed dying to neutrals? You just pick Skywrath, throw out like 7 arcane bolts, and then die to neuts. And there was no punishment back then.
Yeah.
Obviously, there is now.
So what if you like did some sort of weird game-changing pickup? You did some sort of aggro tri-lane, mid-puck, and like an AM or Alchemist or something.
You'd want an
safe lane.
Turn
I don't know.
I know what you're saying.
EG's lineup just feels so weird.
Oh, and there, Void Skywrath. They had to see that coming, right?
Because most of the carry mids aren't going to be like looking real hot right now. They are going to have such a tough laning phase. They're facing up against a Death Prophet, so you want to go more towards range carries. But SF, Invoker, like neither one is going to be real happy with the Skywrath Mage, Faceless Void. It's such an easy kill combination to isolate a damage-heavy
5
mid hero.
seconds remaining.
Yeah. That's a good question. Who? I mean, you need. I mean, I guess you don't need ability. You don't even really need more physical damage. I mean, Tiny. If you get Tiny to the late game, he's really all you need. So it'll be interesting if Evil Geniuses goes for another like tempo-heavy team fighter with Puck Rubik, because it feels like they are missing a lot of damage. You have Puck to lock people down, but with his new coil, like unless you like make them scared and run away, he doesn't do that much damage at level 6.
Razor?
You think? Right?
I don't know.
That'd be too early. They need some later.
Yeah, I mean, I think so too, but then all the later game carries are all going to be fairly squishy.
What about Lone
What about Naked
All right,
Prophet?
I don't know what's going on, Grant.
I'm lost. I'm
right.
I'm gone.
So I think it is going to be that sort of maybe like aggro tri-lane
So it's going to be Puck
situation.
middle too, right? Yeah.
I think it's Puck mid and Nature's Prophet is maybe given the 1v1.
Yeah. We'll assume that. I'm out.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I like DC's draft more, honestly.
I do too,
I
but I
liked it
do
more
think
since
that. Sorry, go.
I mean, since the Tiny pickup, it just... I mean, DC's lineup was a little clunky, but you could see synergy between the first 2 pickups and then the 3-4 pickups. Now the final pick really helps round everything out.
Agreed, but I'm going with EG. I mean, there are EG, evil geniuses.
Yeah.
You have Sumail, one of the best players for almost 2 years straight. Universe for the best player 1 year straight. Arteezy, one of the fan favorites, one of the kings of Dota. Fear, a god on the freaking the mountains of
Good
Dota.
thing we don't have biased people on the panel.
And Crit, one of the best Europeans to ever come to America. I mean, you just got it all.
Adopted American, really.
Yeah,
at this
easily.
point in time.
Honorary.
What do you think, Cap? You gotta put out your preference.
I'll just go with draft. I like DC's draft more, so.
I think EG will take the series, but I think that DC has a better draft as well, so go for DC.
See you on the loser side, dumbasses.
See ya.
Hey! No, that's not what I said. Oh, whatever.
Locked in.
Locked in. All right, thank you for watching this draft. Now go on to watch the actual game with ODPixel and Lumi.
Thank you very much, Shiva. Second series of the day here in NA, EG versus DC. It's all going to get very exciting with some drastically different drafts to what we were seeing in the earlier series today. As DC coming out with a Skyraf, as I was saying, so this lineup of 5 heroes that if this goes late, they could arguably become cores. And evil geniuses with this high active early game to mid game, Sumail, Puck, and I am so excited to see the RTZ Tiny, Lumi.
Yeah, we'll talk about the RTZ Tiny in a little bit, but I want to spend a little bit of time talking about DC. So I've seen this actual lineup a couple of times because they did play in the Asus ROG Masters, the NA qualifiers, and they did run heroes like the the Boba Skyraf. He actually likes the hero quite a bit. He plays the 4 for the team, but I think he might play the 5 now that he has a Skyraf. And also, they did run the Mirana off lane. It looked garbage. Not because MSS played it poorly, but because the hero can't really offlane.
Sure.
Yeah, sure, you could leap away 3 times and not die, but the problem with Mirana is that you need to get farm on the hero, and I just don't think offlane is the way to go. Let's see if they could get a good matchup for MSS and maybe give him that 1v1 that he desperately needs on the Mirana.
What is it with this Tiny? Look at this aura that RTZ has.
Yeah, so I think...
Does he got one of those weird-ass items?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, he does. He's got one of the magical ethereal items. It looks fancy. He's a fancy boy, RTZ. He wants to be pretty whilst he's playing the Tiny. See if they can get a movement here with this smoke. EG ready to start kicking off some action. Oh, Quaifa, you don't want to walk into that. So, oh, shoot, you've just been telekinetic back into this. They do get the arrow on Thioga, but Quaifa falling down low. Cypher won't keep it alive. EG get the first blood. They turn towards Mason. Mason time towards forward, looks towards Fear. They do get the trade DC. MSS having to be careful. RTZ will have the Avalanche back up in 5 seconds. They're forcing RTZ back, yeah, with the Riptide and the right clicks. RTZ getting low. Turn with the Avalanche. Arrow's going to be blocked by the Puck, but RTZ still goes down. Crit will find MSS with the help of Sumail. So here 2 for 2. Is anyone else going to fall? I think Crit is down as well. DC, they will find the third kill. Can they get it? Yes, they can. Mason in with a double kill. Taiwan's forward, but Sumail, he gets a double kill as well. He's got another orb. Should be able to get himself out of there as he jumps out. 3 for 3. Welcome to NA, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoy your stay. We've got some crazy action in the first 45 seconds of the game. 3-3 as it stands.
Who got the first blood? I know
there was
DP died. Sumail got the first.
Sumail got the first, and he did get the double.
And
so,
yeah, okay, yes, Sumail is. Look, he's got double no talisman already.
Double null to the lane. That's not great for Quaifa. Bottom lane, MSS is dead. The kills just don't stop, Lumen.
Yeah, they know MSS got the arrow at the 1, so he doesn't have lead. So they threw the garbage ignite on him, and
what is going on? EG versus DC. Well, we're going to have some fun with this one, I can feel. I mean, looking at heroes, we know there's going to be a lot of skirmishing.
And that's really the problem for DC, I think, as a whole, as a lineup, is that they're very good early on, but the way they play in that event is that, for whatever reason, if they don't have a good early game, they just crumble. So they really rely on the early game, and they're getting hammered right now.
Bottom, they are indeed. Naga Siren sent back to the depths as Jimmy takes the sideline. Banged down by Fear. 5 for 3. And Universe up top, at the moment, he doesn't really care too much about Boba. Boba's expended like his full mana pool.
Yeah.
Universe is just chilling. He's just hitting creeps.
I think Skyraf is literally one.
In fact, he's deep it. He wants to kill Boba.
Oh, he's one.
Or at least take the rune. He will grab it from in front of him, and Boba's getting nothing out of that.
Skyraf is probably one of the worst support you could have against MP. You should just send 2 Treants on Boba, and he has nothing. You can't actually beat the Treants.
So mid lane, I gotta say, despite the early double null, Sumail, he's having a trouble hitting the creeps, Lumi. Look at this, 2-2 on the Puck, 9 for 6 on Quaifa.
What do you call him? The best player in the last 2 years, according to Grant.
Wow. Grant, what does he know? Sumail is struggling. Koifa is dominating this mid lane.
I mean, I know Koifa is a great player, but I don't think he's supposed to be getting behind this.
RTZ chucks MSS out of the way as they look to focus down the Naga. RTZ is out of mana. Try and chase for a bit of a punch onto MSS. He's out without the mana though. Very hard for RTZ to make any sort of active plays. Farming all right down here, 12 for 6 on Tiny.
So I'm very curious in terms of how he's going to be playing it. The way that whenever we see Complexity play the hero, they played it pretty much like regular Tiny. You just go 4-4 max your 2 nukes. But RTZ at least get the 1 value point into 3 toss. Let's see if he's going to level up more.
Nice, it's going to be very interesting to observe the build. Picking up the Wraith Band as well for this lane.
Yeah, what's with the Wraith Band? I guess
that's
upgrades into Aquila, gives him the armor as well as the mana region.
It gets you up a little bit on that. Yeah. Right, but this hero is 0 agi. He has 0 agi the whole game. Like, that's some crazy stuff. RTZ picks up a tree. He's trying to turn around and bash into this demon, but there's 3 heroes surrounding him. The tree is broken. RTZ's got to run. He's got to hide. Telekinesis and Avalanche will buy him some time. In fact, nearly brings down Demon. Demon only just gets himself away. RTZ will salve up. Looks to come back in on them. MSS low. Riptide looking for crit. Crit trying to get out of this, but jump forward from MSS. One more touch will do it, and they find the kill onto Crit. RTZ now left alone. He'll pick up a tree again. And talking about trees, the man in charge of them all turns up. Nature's Prophet Universe in, looking to help out the team. They've managed to trap MSS. Oh, he takes a tree to the face. RTZ chucking trees like he chucks toys out of pram.
He is leveling up the tree. I see what you did there, by the way. That was good stuff. And now he is going to be getting the Ring of Basilius. I mean, it looks silly, but you got to keep in mind that he is a 0 armor hero playing against Riptide.
0 armor, 0 agi. But he's doing it. He's fine at the farm. 17 for 7. This game's getting crazy. Mid lane, how are we seeing Sumail catch up? Well, we are. That's what we're seeing. He's 13 to 10. He is starting to close that gap, that lead that Koifa had. Koifa still standing with the advantage, but Sumail very close behind now.
Mid lane, here comes the gank. Silence gonna come through. This is why you picked Skyraf early.
Got the net as well to make these sort of movements hugely punishing for Sumail. Very little that he can do against that sort of rotation if it comes in unobserved. This is what we love to see. 5 minutes in, 6 for 5. The action never ending between these two NA sides.
I think this is going to be a pretty normal game considering what we just saw out of Complexity. I feel like everyone's going to go for...
Normal? Have you seen the Tiny, Lumi?
Normal in terms of the item builds and stuff like that. We're not going to see a Dagon out of Tiny. At least I don't think. Watch, he'll prove me wrong, but...
That's easy. Chucks the tree. Again at MSS.
I mean, the thing with the tree grab build early on is that it helps out your mana pool quite a bit. If you compare the mana cost of Avalanche and Toss, you use those abilities twice, you're done. Tree grab allows you to be pretty effective in the lane and also able to harass pretty effectively. You could use that tree once or twice when you're about to be done with it. Give MSS the good old toss.
Yeah. Well, as we can see, push the wave in as well. Just have to be a little careful with Jimmy coming back to the bottom on Naga.
I think moving forward, if we see more Tinies, I feel like teams are going to start adjusting how to play with Tiny. Maybe you start treating him more like a Sven hero where you could stack camps for him. Because I feel like with Tree Grab, you could clear it quite easily.
Absolutely.
Maybe he can't tank it because he has very low armor, but maybe you bring someone else that can, and then they'll kite it back and forth a bit.
MSS, the one actually slightly behind overall in terms of the course all over the map. Universe having a great time up top. He's 31-9. Getting a lot of CS out of the lane, but at the same time, Mason is not being slowed down at all. He's getting perfect farm on the faces forward. 34 for 12. And he's got that level 6, so Uni does have to be a little careful. Any sort of a +1 up top could set up for a kill with that Chronosphere. But things certainly calming down a little bit since that early bit of a kickoff to the game. It's all about the farm, and so far so good for all cores on this map.
And looking at the way that Tiny's playing this bottom lane, the tree grab, one thing it also does is really helps them lane against the range heroes, right? Just increase your attack range.
Yeah.
So you can see us much safer from further away.
And can clear out these creeps as well from the side pool that was stacked up.
Level 6. Takes up Grow immediately.
Some juicy farm indeed for Artor. Thanks for the Avalanche. MSS Quick with the lead. We'll be okay, but look at this rotation now. They're bringing Quafer down to the bottom lane with the Exorcism. Bulba leads the way. Smoke will be dispelled by Crit. They know what's going on, and EG, they'll start to back up. Getting easy out of there. Fear could be in trouble. He's pretty beefy. Arrow will connect, and with the net, they'll surround him. They'll burst down the Ogre. Avalanche will not buy enough time or space for Fear to get back to safety.
I'm surprised that Sumail didn't make the TP. Has Dream Coil at the ready. That was a fairly long chase that DC did. Maybe could have turned it around with a 3-man coil.
I mean, on the plus though, this is, you know, the Death Prophet moving to the bottom lane. If he doesn't find the tower, it's sort of a wasted movement. It's given a lot of space to Sumail in that mid lane, and this is going to slow down Quaker in reaction to Sumail unless they can get this tower pushed down with the first use of the Exorcism. Still holding on to it for now, and now Sumail indeed. He is coming in. He wants to join the action. They get the beautiful toss back onto Quaker into the telekinesis. No escape for this Death Prophet as Quaker gets burnt down.
He's still got coil. He's looking for a little bit more coil. He's going to miss.
It's going to be off the mark. Demon continues to retreat. Try for the blind tree toss. Won't quite get him, and off that, Demon will escape. So Dream Coil whiffed, but overall, it's good news for EG. They put a stop to the push being attempted by Quaker's Death Prophet, and in fact, with the numbers down here, they could look to put a bit of pressure onto the Tier 1 tower of TC.
Yeah, they don't have the siege unit, but you know they got the best siege unit, right, Tiny?
They've got that extra damage from the tree. They have Universe joining in as well, committing with the full 5-man. Obviously, Mason, with this information, will start to get a bit heavier with the pressure that he's applying onto the Tier 1 top.
I wonder if the Ogre pick in the first phase was really planned. This is like a planned draft for EG, because they... Oh my goodness, what a deny from MSS. Deny against 4 heroes.
Oh, he's going to get Avalanche. He's got another leap.
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, he's golden.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, Tiny with Bloodlust is kind of ultra scary, and I do wonder if this is a pre-planned draft for EG and they picked up both heroes at the same time.
Yeah, but yeah, they wanted to play this Tiny. We are going to see a pause from Jimmy. See what's up with the boys on DC. Oh, he's out. All right, time to tag team Ike's Mike in. Now, so far, I mean, EG, they're turning it up on that bottom lane. They look to be getting a tier 2, so we're only, you know, it's pre-10 minutes when they're putting this amount of pressure on, and that's always going to be worrying, especially when your own draft, you are the Death Prophet draft. You're expecting to take objectives earlier than the opponent, surely.
Well, maybe not right now, because I think DP is really strong once she picks up the level 2 ultimate.
Okay.
It looks pretty bad for DC right now, but you got to keep in mind they're the strongest when they're combining Chronosphere with, let's say, an Arrow or a Mystic Flare, as well having the DPO.
Yeah, the team fight has the potential to be phenomenal for DC.
So I think this is more of EG taking advantage of the fact that DC is not completely online yet. But DC has a lot more to give in this draft, so let's not count them out.
Jimmy on the sidelines, Fear. We'll spot him out. We'll start to send the Nagasarian back. They're going to look to try and chase him down. Fire Blast to set up for Sumail jumping in. Avalanche going to be off the mark. They'll put down the Dream Coil, but these boys, they don't want to dive deeper. They don't have detection.
Oh, Orb comes in, not going to get it. Sumail had Coil for the longest time, but he didn't want to use it.
Look at this, Mason. He's looking for an opportunity to get a big chrono off. He is just going to turn for the easier killers. DC do surround Fear. Bring down the Ogre. Tier 1 tower did fall. And Sumail did pop the Dream Coil underneath the usage of the Arcane, so he'll have the ultimate backup in 30 seconds once again. Arteezy looks like the build to be is going to be treads into the S and Y.
I think Sumail should have definitely used the Coil a little bit quicker, because the fact that he didn't, they had to chase like right into a tier 2, and that made it too easy for DC to counter gank. But they didn't. I mean, they only lost a position 5 Ogre, so not the biggest deal.
Interesting stat there, though, as we saw. Sumail actually with just less than a 50% win rate on Puck. This game being the one that could bring him back to that 50% glory. Let's see if the game really is balanced.
Yeah, in my memory, I think Sumail is much better of a Puck player, but...
Sure, yeah, it strikes you as one of the heroes that he's very flashy on.
Yeah. The strength of the Puck pick for EG is the fact that they have 3 to 4 players that could actually play it. Like Grant pointed out, even Crit played it, I believe, back in MDL. The tournament right before the TI last year. as a support. So
Radiant are scanning.
Sumail on the bottom side, about to get ganked. Chronosphere is going to be there, and they have easy damage.
That's the combo. A combo that I feel like we haven't seen in a long time, the Void Skywrath.
Yeah.
But as strong as ever, having that amount of high condensed damage output. Top lane though, EG look for the response. They're moving on to Quafer, and as soon as EG lose their own mid, they'll take the life of DCs in return. And another tower is taken. 12 minutes in, EG continuing to take the majority of objectives.
I feel like both teams on paper are very good at taking objective. I mean, RTZ with the siege damage that he does, definitely a good tower sieger as well. Going for SMY.
I like it. I mean, I think this is definitely, looking at EG's lineup, they do want to end this game sooner than later. There's no doubt about that. Having the SMY Tiny, as you mentioned earlier, just being bloodlusted up by Fear, that is a huge amount of pushing potential. It's also a huge amount of damage if they have the lockdown and control. And as we've seen, if Sumail can find the Dream Coils, that's a fantastic setup for RTZ to move into the center of it all, land the combo, and get a few hefty swipes out with the trees.
Yeah, it's definitely a very different philosophy when it comes to playing the Tiny, because I think traditionally you always go for a Blink Dagger first to give yourself the kill potential, but obviously he's not even maxing his Avalanche and Toss combination, so no point to go for that, and he's going for more of the farm-oriented, the more offensive in terms of right-click kills.
And as we've been saying, you know, obviously having that zero agi innately on the Tiny, these sort of stat items, they do a lot. Just having any sort of armor just steps up, you know, exponentially much greater when the armor's low and you're adding it on for the first time. So having that SMY Treads Aquila, it's going to make him quite the powerhouse at this sort of 15-minute mark of the game that's coming up.
Yeah, one player that I am very concerned for is MSS. You know, I kind of mentioned that Mirana farms very slowly. He's in the off lane, and he's gone just like Aquila Bottle. I feel like the pacing of this game is not really favoring MSS. We're talking about Tiny already, you know, hitting over hundreds of damage, and I'm not too sold for this Mirana. It really comes down to the pacing of the game there. If this game slows down for the Void and Mirana to farm back up, I think the first thing you mentioned coming into this draft is that DC has like 4 to 5 cores. Yeah,
if this game, you know, is 60-minute plus, it's going to look quite hard for EG. It feels like. I mean, sure, they've always got the split push potential of the Nature's Prophet. And, I mean, late game puck, it still can be quite the force with the right item build.
Have you seen the 25?
I have indeed. I don't know how good it is. I don't know if it's something we'll get to see in pro play. Because what's the other one still? What's the other option at 25?
420 GPM.
It's still the 420 GPM, isn't it?
I think 420 GPM is almost always selected. But I've seen the rapid fire coil. You could attack out of that coil with the Talon even when you're phased.
I mean, I think that's just a meme too far.
I don't know, man. They also used to call triple arrow meme, but, you know,
it's true.
Here we go.
It's true. Mason.
Chronosphere.
Oh, hello, ladies and gentlemen. He gets 2 of them. He's going to look to try and bring down Sumail with the silence. They've got enough damage. They'll turn towards Fear, take a second target. Actually getting triple silence there. Good luck for you, Ogre. You're down.
Chrono stolen. Does that matter here? I don't think so. I don't think they can fight into the team.
Yeah, with the ghost up, yeah. It's too spooky for EG. So great start for DC off the back of that. Getting 2 kills. Moving in onto the tower. Quaifa takes a tree to the face. They should get this. Mason still a bit of time on the DD. The tower's down. RTZ looks for the combo. Doesn't quite find Mason with the avalanche. He's going to look to continue to chase. In fact, with the toss and the tree, he's looking to finish it off. Hasn't quite got enough damage. Mason will get up. TP's out. Bulba will be the one to pay the price as RTZ brings him down with his big old branch. And so the build as well, level 10, doesn't take the damage on the Tiny, takes the 20% magic resistance. And I mean, to be fair, that is a lot of magic resistance to have a level 10, 20%. And especially as we're seeing it against this sort of lineup, the Mirana, the Skywrath, it's going to help him out tenfold if he does get caught out in the Chronosphere.
Yeah, I think normally most Tiny players I've seen do take the damage talent. But I think this game in particular, he wants to have a greater chance to survive in that Chrono Mystic Flare combination.
On it. Alright, we're back. We're back. Alright, so into the pit, EG go.
Very good recognition by EG. Chronosphere is pretty much all the setup, of course, with the Exorcism as well. So even though DC got the objective, the tier 1, I think EG's got the bigger one by just going right into the Rogue Channel. Very smart play.
Quaifa nearly level 12. Still obviously off that last push, a bit of time before he has. Yeah, because this isn't back online.
is under attack.
Arteezy still top of the farm though. SNY yet to cure what he wants next. As we were saying, very intrigued to see which path Arteezy takes this position 1 Tiny in terms of his item build.
And this is a true position 1 Tiny.
It really is.
When we've seen Arteezy play with Sumail in the past, it's more Sumail carrying from the mid lane and Arteezy playing more of a tempo controller from the safe lane. But this game with the hero setup, it's just Arteezy.
Yeah, he's their right click. Actually going to go back for the Shadow Blade, as it seems at the moment. That's what he's going to queue up for. And sure, if he can find an opening onto the back lines, get that Scarf, get Bulber at the beginning of it all, that's going to be an easy pick, you know what I mean?
I mean, look at his movement speed with Bloodlust. He's looking at 480. Of course, got a little bit extra with the...
Towards top, Arteezy looking for the opening on Mason. Mason is not going to get the chance to time walk. He gets caught out by the telekinesis. The toss as well. They've got more than enough burst. He's gone. They'll jump forward for more. Dream kill from Sumail. Catches 2. They try for the TP out. Chrono actually comes through, and it does manage to catch them on the edge of it all. That stolen Chrono from Crit coming to great play as they set up for a second, and they may even get more Demon.
That is
the song out.
Defensive one, and he'll back it off.
Well, they're going to have to run. They are going to try and chase. Avalanche won't catch.
Well, actually,
the telekinesis of the toss back. That's going to do it onto Koifa. They've lost the Death Prophet.
Oh, wow. And all of a sudden, EG goes right up to high ground. They got the siege unit, this tier 3.
That little play from Crit with the stolen Chronosphere, setting up for what has been a glorious fight for EG. They may just secure them tier 3 and maybe even more. There's 30 seconds, no Death Prophet.
They got to respect the Void, though. He's back alive. He's got Chrono. And they should ditch Fear here and just, yeah.
Yeah, they will.
No, they didn't get to tier 3, so the shrines are still protected, but still, a good amount of damage being done. And the last 2 engagements have shown us that DC better be damn sure that they're winning the team fight.
We'll see this again here, so great attempt immediately taking Mason out of the fight. And as soon as that Void's gone, they know how aggressive they can play. Jumping in for more, and there we have it. Crit, he holds that Naga in place, does slow down the time until he's able to get out the ultimate. But it looks like they didn't have detection initially. He was able to walk it off.
Yep.
And he does indeed get the song off for the end of the day. So it certainly could have been more of a disaster for DC, but still overall losing Mason and then subsequently Koifa getting caught out by Crit just at the edge. Just as it looked like Koifa was going to be able to get himself back to safety. It means that EG will be happier than DC with that series of events.
Yeah, DC needs to be extremely careful how they use their 2 long cooldown ultimates. They need to get a ton of kills, because if they don't, we've seen EG just will bring the fight to you. First at the Roshan pit, second at the top play. So DC is walking a very fine line right now.
Arteezy, calming the etches, just trying to make sure he can get max efficiency as he goes for 1 extra stack of them. He will get it.
Yeah.
The farm is high for Artur.
Tiny is looking like more like Sven, just given the nature of that playstyle. But obviously a little bit different as well. Given that it feels like he has God Strength like every 2 seconds.
Yeah, tree grab is a powerful thing. Crit at the moment. He's got Siphon stolen. Mason is on the lookout. He's got the Chrono. Unlikely to want to just pop it for a Rubik. He's going to be looking for bigger things. Fear actually with his Invis rune, getting them a lot of information. Will step underneath the sentry. They got eyes on him. Mason jumps forward. Looks to play Manta style, avoiding the Fire Blast opportunity. And they will take down Fear.
Future, you're not in it.
We're able to grab the Time Warp. Sumail now with that yours complete as well. DC trying to get things together for a push of their own. They have all the ultimates up that they require to make that jump happen with Chrono and Exorcism. But as it seems, actually backing away. The top lane was beginning to push back into their racks.
Yeah, EG made that smoke right under an Observer Ward.
If Arteezy can pick off Koifa at the start, that'd be massive.
But they're actually counterplaying.
He's looking to go for it. Straight onto Koifa with the burst. Koifa's... Ooh, he's still alive!
Oh,
he's going to live, and now the Chrono from Mason comes through. They're looking for the turnaround. They've caught Sumail. They've caught Arteezy. Sumail is down. Artur as well. Double kill for MSS. Make that another. Crit tries with the stolen Chrono to get himself out of there, but he's not going to be able to. What a turnaround for DC, and what a save from Jimmy there with the song. It looked like Koifa was dead for sure, but DC, they pull it out the bag and they hit back hard.
That was actually a perfect counterplay. There was a ward right here on the map, and it spotted a D-smoke from the Radiant side, so they just actually baited Koifa. Koifa had a hood in the front line, and they know that he's going to survive long enough. Sure, even if he had died there.
I mean, that hood made all the difference.
Yeah, I don't think he even activated it.
It didn't, but there's just a little bit of magic resistance innate. And
and they put... Yeah, okay. I thought the Rubik for a second would have killed him there, but...
It was so close.
Yeah.
And just a perfect turnaround Chronosphere from Mason. Setting up for big stuff indeed.
Yeah, MSS also got a double kill in that engagement.
That's going to bump him back up.
Yeah, he's actually got a full Aghanim's finish, so whatever I said about him, like, you know, going to have a very slow ramp up, he did, but now he's fully online.
And now he can farm like an absolute crazy man.
Yep.
Here we go. EG's trying for these smoke plays again. They know there's no Chrono. They know there's no Ghost. Yep. They're trying to abuse these cooldowns, as you mentioned earlier.
DC needs to play defensive. They should understand that if they lose one team fight, they lose top racks. That tier 3 is already very low. They see Demon on the top lane.
Yeah, I've got eyes on Jimmy.
He's got a mech, though. He's going to be relatively tanky.
With the wraparound from Fear, it should be enough with a good multicast or so. They'll run him down. They've got the ticket him out and down. There comes the mech, but with the TP in from Universe, they will find the kill. Jimmy out.
MSS needs to play a little bit of split push for his team. He can quickly push out the wave, but here comes EG.
At tier 3, very, very low. A couple of slaps from Artur will finish it off as the creeps.
Chrono's back up, though, in about 5 seconds.
And they're using the Moonlight to try and set it up. They get the D-ward. Mason eyeing up the perfect opportunity. Oh, no, he catches no one! He catches no one at all! And he's actually sprouted up as well. Mason will time walk out of the sprout. Arteezy able to walk away, but they've lost Bulba. Arteezy just moves in with the avalanche. Koifa uses himself up, but he is surrounded. Koifa is down. Mason gets tossed back into the clutches of EG. They surround him, yules him up. Have they got the burst to finish him? Yes, they have from Sumail. Oh my goodness, never have I seen things fall apart so fast after a failed Chronosphere. Getting absolutely no one despite the perfect opportunity to set something up as he goes in under the cover of Moonlight, and they're just falling apart now. Koifa's back in as quickly as he's back out. Triple kill for Arteezy. I mean, this just may be GG.
It might just be. I mean, that Rax is going to be open here. Arteezy's going to take it down very, very quickly. They could move mid if they want to. Arteezy is quite low, but I don't think they care. They got the urn regenerating him. And yeah, here they come.
Oh, really? This looks like it may be game over. EG, just like that. One swift misplay from Mason. And EG, you can tell they got smiles all around. They take the top racks. They move to mid. They'll easily take a second, and they will back up. But a huge jump forward for EG. 13k lead, 2 racks up. The game will go on, but it's got ever so harder now for DC. They lose the shrines as well.
Yep. I think EG, if they want to play it cool, they wait for the next Roshan, which, by the way, is spawning about in 2 minutes.
Dire's bottom shrine has fallen.
I really like the way that EG has drafted and itemized. Look over the crit. Normally, as a Rubik player, you're looking towards a 4-staff or a Blink Dagger. Wins for a straight Solar Crest, which, of course, plays pretty good defense under the Chronosphere for Arteezy, but doubles up as an item to further buff that Tiny when he's right-clicking on people.
And I think Arteezy is sending the courier out to the secret shop soon because he's pretty much got the complete assault cuirass. This is an incredibly stacked Tiny for 25 minutes in. S&Y, AC, as we said, Bloodlust. The towers are going to fall in matters of seconds with the damage he can do once he's grabbed a tree. And he is never short of a tree in his hand.
Yeah. If he's short of tree, Prophet can make trees too. Sprout and he just pick up a tree.
Hey.
There you go.
Pocket strats from EG.
Oh, maybe this is the hero that Arteezy now is like bonded to. Remember he was sprouted like forever, right?
Did you see this?
Yeah, he ports out of it.
He's just got the chorus now.
Remember this one tournament, Arteezy got perma-sprouted by a Prophet. So now he plays a hero that would never get perma-sprouted.
Oh, this
anymore.
is maybe Tiny is the counter against Prophet then. You get sprouted, you just grab his tree and walk out.
Yeah.
I want to see it. I really do. But I'm just glad we're getting to see carry Tiny being played as it is.
Yeah.
Arteezy, Evil Genius as a whole, not afraid to try new things and in definitely new ways in this patch. A hero that a lot of people have cited as not being great. I mean, understandably, so this is a hero with 0 agi. It literally has none of one of the 3 core stats. But Arteezy's making it work and absolutely massively. Jimmy is gone.
His attack speed suggests that he's got a lot of agi.
That's right.
But now Mason. This time he catches 2 in the chrono. That's a new high score for Mason. Can they do anything off the back of it? They move forward with the exorcism. They're getting rat-a-tat-tatted by Universe. MSS trying to jump away. Fears with the chase down. Sumail doesn't quite get enough damage out onto him. Mason is just dying here. Does get the time walk off, will survive. They did kill Arteezy. Universe, oh, that was an awkward ending, I felt.
Yeah, they called GG. In the middle of the fight, they knew that...
He was out, he did the DC,
I mean, they weren't winning that fight, and they were losing the bot rack. So
that's
just...
a bit of a...
You think they're tilted?
I think we know they're tilted. Lumi, look at that loss. Ooh. But Evil Genius is looking very good. The Arteezy Tiny, they had a plan, they executed it. DC, a few unfortunate mistakes, and just too much for them to come back from.
Yeah, we saw the difference in terms of cooldown in both drafts, right? EG had a draft that could fight pretty much whenever.
Yeah.
Tiny has no cooldown, Puck has a very low cooldown. Ultimate Prophet could always be at the fight, whereas DC always had to rely on their ults together. They mess up 1-2 fight, they lose the game.
Oh, there we have it. EG taking game 1. I'm excited for game 2. We're seeing some exciting stuff from both of these teams. DC, they're going to have to take this lineup and go back to the fabulous mind of IX Mike and see what he can come up with as a solution for Evil Geniuses in game 2. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be back after this short break to see if DC can bring it back or if EG can get the 2-0 sweep.